My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. A first down throw from Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And look at this, they're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Detroit!
Mayfield on 1st down. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. against Mayfield. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long for Mayfield. But escapes the sack. The pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston. He's the one to get in this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's one of 2 Colquitts punting at our game here. This is Britton who gets the first shot. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. $12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And a nice spin into some open field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. His way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Cleveland's offense coming back onto the field. Last week, Cleveland losing to Houston. Not a good game for Baker Mayfield. 3 first-half interceptions, and how about this nugget? He hadn't had 3 interceptions in a game, Charles, since his freshman year at Texas Tech.
How about that? Isn't it fitting, though? First year at Texas Tech, right? He throws the 3 interceptions in a ball game. He plays a team from Texas.
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
First carry for Nick Chubb. There he goes inside the 30. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go.
Man,
because in college, you can dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
What is going on?
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Shit. Hello?
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56.
It's in the bid right there. Pull it out the side.
They get it to him running left. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh,
that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because Anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Looking to find the lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, Wildcat, one more time.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Damn, it's about to be halftime, and I got the Chiefs, and I ain't scored yet. What the hell I was doing in the first quarter?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Ooh,
he's going to rifle one
shit.
deep left, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 15 yards. And the Chiefs are
Do me a
in for
favor.
6.
When I stole,
How about
turn
that
it to
touchdown,
like 2.
partner? If you blinked,
right.
you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second,
Hit it like
and
2.
they were in the end zone.
2.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands.
Why nobody get that defender that's sitting right there, man? He just sit there the whole time.
The 38-yard line.
What the fuck kind of play is that? I never seen that play before. So I'm going to kick this down. DN out.
2nd and 3.
I'm going to kick that DN out for that shit. I ain't never seen no play like that before.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Look at this.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Look at that shit. What the fuck wrong with him?
Fumble near midfield. And I think
What the fuck wrong with him, man? They got me fucked up.
The
Look at that shit.
psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it.
You know I'm running to the left side.
All the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. There are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I'm going to stick with the Chiefs. Their defense is so fucking
after
sorry.
the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Left, 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 left! Here we go! Green 90! Green 90!
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Caught here by Conley. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Look at Mahomes.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, no. Why you throw it out of bounds? I tried to get the man to go up the sideline. I mean, to the middle of the field.
Keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Playing with this nigga, I'm gonna lose.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure,
I like that. Let me
something
stop
goes
punching my corner.
wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. This is a big decision here.
To throw, Mayfield forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left, and that's caught inside.
Boy, I tell you, man, do it to you every time, boy.
A big play there just before
you can't be 100% sure. That shit is just do some fluky shit.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend
some fluky dookie shit.
Time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair, because now trying to stay with the receiver, very, very difficult to do, and a big play is often the result.
Look at this shit. You got to get out that damn cover 3, man. He killing it. You playing 4-3, and it's 5 line. It's 6 receivers. Boy, you better stop it. Oh, he let the time go. He's stupid.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And I get the ball
back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. The Chiefs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. They chop that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Damn, he went back into the damn play and got knocked the fuck out.
Stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He ran right back into the play and got knocked the fuck out.
They sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic.
See, look at that, playing around with this trash ass dude. This dude is trash. Playing around with this dude. This dude is trash. I don't even have to run the fucking Wildcat. I don't even have to do the screen pass, all that bullshit. Just play regular, man. This dude trash.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the
I'm finna take out the motherfucking tray.
And running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Okay.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Oh, Pete.
Wow. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On second down, Mayfield again. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
I'm getting paid. I'm getting in the way.
Throwing, Mayfield. The Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. They go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
What am I doing wrong? What the fuck? Why does he keep getting in the trap, in the zone trap? Oh, because the man pulled and he blitzing the hole. He blitzing everybody.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And it's
I'm still throwing picks. Why am I throwing picks? Why? That's not even football. Why you even got to throw it there? You ain't even had to throw it there, sir. You got the game. You got the game won. What are you doing? You don't have to throw that pass. That's crazy why I still do shit like that. That's crazy. You ain't even had to throw the pass. To be honest, you didn't have to throw the pass. You still throwing passes.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock.
He deserved to score, though, for real. I done did do 2 picks in the end zone, throwing dumb passes. I done got down there.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
12 more yards there and another first down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Mayfield down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway.
He killing that 3-4. He right around the
23-yard line.
Who was that, Galloway?
There on the first down completion.
Okay.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ooh, damn.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown.
Played too many bad games. I need to get this man a fucking break.
That shit
stress you the fuck out playing this shit.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Man.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
I done threw 2 picks. I ain't really been playing serious this game. Let me finish it off, though. Tyreek on top. Tyreek on top.
Throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What a motherfucker's cheating, boy. God damn.
On display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' first down.
3 picks. I've been throwing it right there, too.
The guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And that one covered
the backside, really? Come on, man.
They'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Just do the straight jaw. He's
time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. A gain of 6 there on 1st. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Dancing to his left. That is caught. It's Perriman. The 20, 10. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins by. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A huge play there in overtime. 55 yards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
safely. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long